Good afternoon, the viewers of the live stream. Whether you're watching live or after it saves as a live stream, welcome to another live stream. So, very nice move today. We still did not hit the short-term hold, the realized price. I think this is required. The perma bears in the chat tried to tell us that it's going down. The moon boys tried to tell us we're going to the moon. Every time we've gone down this bear market, we've hit the yellow moving average. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. I think it's required. We're right there. Now, for what it's worth, it is actually below the prior high. So maybe the bears are right and the top is in, but we got to tag it first. I'm open to it. It's right there. At this point, it's getting a little bit repetitive now. We go up and down, then up and down. I think we have to hit this. We've hit it in every bear market before we've gone down. It happened in 2022. You can see the high was in, but we still came back to it, and then we went down. Same thing happened here. We hit it, and then we went down. And then back in 2018, you can see we hit it, and then we went down. So I'm pretty convinced at this point that that's what's happening. Maybe I'm wrong, but at this point, I don't think I don't think it matters. We've done nothing for the last 60 days. I think it's the trigger point. I do, personally. And our 5-day stock RSI is just max bullish. It's max bullish. We're max bullish right now, as I like to say. So we can't go down right now. But the fact that we're not going up tells me that we're going to go down when this is over. Just like it was over here. And just like it was over here. So maybe we sit here for another 20 days. I don't know. But if we don't go up, which we're still not going up, and we've been saying if we go up, if we don't go up, if we go up, if we don't go up. This is not if it goes up. It already went up. We're already overbought. So you see how you hit oversold and you basically bottomed out. It wasn't bearish anymore. We're hitting overbought and it's not moving. Maybe it's not bullish anymore. Here, when you hit oversold, you put the low in, it wasn't bearish anymore. Here, when you hit overbought, you put the high in, it wasn't bearish anymore. Sorry, it wasn't bullish anymore. When it was actually bullish, you hit overbought and you kept going. It kept pumping because we were bullish. Here, you hit overbought and we kept pumping because we were bullish. In 2022, you hit oversold and you didn't stop going down. You kept going down because it was bearish. So when you hit oversold or overbought, some people might think, oh, the trend is over. No, the counter trend is over when it does that. If the trend is going to continue, the biggest move down actually comes when it's actually oversold or overbought. So here it is again. You hit overbought and we kept going. It doesn't look like you went up much, but you went up another 10%. So I can't really be bearish yet, but it is bearish in my opinion because we're not moving. And this BBWP is screaming the big move's about to start. And if you go to the 3-day time frame, it's ginormous. Holy macaroni and applesauce. Look at the size of that thing. This is this is like a double stacked Subway sandwich. We haven't had one of these, I want to say, since 2022, man. Look at that. How many candles was this? This was 5 candles wide. This one is monstrous. This one is seven or 8 candles wide. So this is a big one. And I do like that we're rallying into the short-term realized price because, as our friend Vegeta would say, I think it's going to be the Wyckoff Spring, even though I don't know what that is. I've heard of it, but it's going to be our Wyckoff Spring to turn bearish. I see I deleted my stock RSI. Yeah, that's weird. How come when I click on the stock RSI, it's not working? See? So if I had to make a prediction as to what I think is going to play out, I think we're going to sit here for however long we're going to sit here. And then once it's time to go down, we're going like this and we're going to 40K. That's my prediction. You'll have to watch your favorite YouTuber for the exact day, which none of them can find it. I can't find it either. So whenever it happens, it happens. But this is my prediction. And the Bollinger Band tells me that you can go down 30-40%. Because I want you to think about it. We went down. Yeah, I'm going to spit some heat right here. We went down 37% and we didn't have a single blue bar. We have like 4 of them here. So I really think I hope it happens at this point, but I didn't think it was going to happen originally. But we might be getting a 2018 move where it just does nothing and then it goes straight down. The last time we had this many blue bars was 2023. We went straight up. And then 2023 again, we went straight up. And then here, we went down 27%. Right? But in 2018, look at how many bars you had. Look at that. We don't have that many yet, but I mean, listen, if we sit here again for another 10 days, we will have that many bars. And if we're still here in 10 days, then this is going to hit over, this is going to go even higher in one day. Tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night, it's going to go even higher. And then I think it's going to go like this. So it definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would, but at the same time, we're openly saying we never hit the short-term hold to realized price, so we really can't say down yet. I think it's the missing piece. My analysis thought it was going to hit it up here, and we just missed it, but it's taking a little longer than anticipated, which is fine, because it's not like we're saying, oh, why aren't we going down? I think this is why. It's the trigger. It's the point where the chat turns toxic. People in the YouTube comments are already getting toxic, but they're going to reach maximum toxicity when we hit this yellow moving average. And people are going to truly believe, oh my God, the bottom is actually in. And we're not there yet, but we're really close. We're really freaking close. We're less than 3% away, 65.8, which is unfortunate because we were already at 65.8. That's why I kind of wish we would have just hit it, but market doesn't care what I want. So I think that's what we're waiting for. I don't know if you guys saw, but Gemini broke the low. We had that drawn out. Thank you very much. Gemini just broke down for no reason at all. I think it's forecasting that we're bearish. Same thing happened in 2025, where Gemini was bearish before Bitcoin was, as you can see, lower high. We can see as well here, Gemini was bearish before Bitcoin was. You can see Gemini broke the low right here before Bitcoin did. It was already going down. Here it broke the low as well, even though we went up, but the fact that Gemini made a lower high and Bitcoin made a higher high was ultimately a bearish signal, and Bitcoin made another low. So now we're seeing it again, lower low. We also saw Jasmine take out the low last night. Jasmine went down again overnight. And Telcoin is going down as well. And I believe the Ben Cohen chart is turning bearish. Yeah, the Ben Cohen chart's turning bearish. So if the altcoins bleed like this, man, that's where you're going to get the big crash on the altcoins. And we also saw Harry Potter made another low again. It didn't make a new low for the market, but we're looking for Harry Potter to turn bearish, and it just made another low last night. So very good sign. I think we're waiting for that realized price. I do. I don't have any more indicators. They all got triggered. The only thing that's left is that short-term realized price. But you can see we got a gray super guppy. But we have to break down in order to turn bearish. So I'm watching Harry Potter. Harry Potter breaks down, I would say bearish. And Harry Potter actually tops before Bitcoin. That's what's so interesting. It happened up here, and it happened back here. And it looks like it just happened again. So I think Bitcoin is waiting for 66K before we go down. Did I think it was going to take until September? No, I thought it would be early August, personally. I thought it would be late July or early August, but if it ends up being late August, oh well. I'm not perfect. It is what it is. But I tried to stress the point that it might not be bearish until we hit it. Doesn't mean I know, but it's worth pointing out that you've hit it every time. We haven't hit it yet, and I think that's why it's not moving. Is there anything else I saw today? I don't think so. Oh, we got a new weekly candle. Yeah, the weekly stock RSI is really pushing now. 6-day too. So if you're not bullish now, there's really no way, you know? If you're not going to pump when it's doing this, look at this. It already surpassed back here. Now we're up to this point. So I would be shocked if it really had to hit overbought. I mean, it's by the end of the week it'll hit overbought, which is, again, it seems like we keep saying this is the week, this is the week. You can't really be bearish as it's going up, but at the same time, the fact that we're not moving and it is going up is bearish, because when it's truly bullish, we actually go up. And that's why this doesn't bother me, because look at it. When you're actually bullish, the 6-day stock RSI pushes you up. We're not moving. Just like back here, we didn't really move. You got a little rally, of course, which is why I still think it's possible, but I don't think it's actually bullish. Yeah, look at this. Every time the 6-day stock RSI does this, we're bullish. Look at this. So we'll give it a little bit more time, of course. Take as long as it needs, but every candle that goes by that we just sit here, you're building up more pressure. Look, 6-day BBWP. Biggest one in years. Wow, yeah. So it's just a waiting game at this point. That's a waiting game. Oh, eToro is coming back down too. I don't know if that's necessarily the biggest. I mean, it's definitely not bullish. I think eToro is another broker. I don't know for sure. I think it is. Let me check. I think eToro is it a Yeah, it looks like eToro is like another Robinhood. So we got Chris for 10. Fake John Doe for 2. Sorry, I skipped him. I didn't see him. Fake John Doe for 2 said yesterday, you might not get to buy bull. Why? I appreciate the 2. Because I'm not buying bull at $10. If it doesn't come back down, it doesn't come back down. It's worth noting that we've had this drawn. No, I'm just kidding. It's worth noting that you have earnings coming up. So if this earnings sucks again, then the top should be forming. The top should form either way, personally. I don't think the earnings are going to matter. But what I meant is, like, if it's bearish, the earnings should send it down. There's a big chance that the earnings pushes it up and then it still goes down anyway. Because I think we're in a bear market, so I think this is inevitable, regardless of what the earnings do. However, there's always that chance I'm wrong and the bottom is in. So what I said yesterday is, I guess I'm not going to get to buy bull, is if bull doesn't come back down here, then I'm not buying it. Because what if it hits $10, then it comes to 7, but Bitcoin's already at 40K. Maybe I buy it and then it goes down anyway. That's what happened with Robinhood. Robinhood put the low in, right? Then it had a big rally, and then Bitcoin bottomed, and this shit went down. And then it didn't do anything, even though Bitcoin was already bullish. So I'm probably not going to get Webull if it doesn't come back down. I'm expecting it to. I think the 382 holds. But again, if I'm wrong and we break away, then that was the bottom. But I still think this is in play. Thank you for the 2. Chris for 10 says, Grok says the long-term hold to realized price is the average cost of coins unmoved 155 plus days lost, and Satoshi coins drag it down over time. So the price doesn't need to hit it for every Bitcoin bottom. I appreciate the 10. Yeah, Grok thought we were in a bull market at 80K. Actually, the Gemini as well thinks we're still in a bull market at 64K. So if you ask it bullish questions or bearish questions, it does typically lean bullish. But if you tell it that you've hit it every single time, it will probably update and say, yeah, you're right, we have hit it every single time. Because I remember when I first started using Grok, I said, can Bitcoin go down to wherever? And it says probably not because of the ETFs. And we went straight down after that. So you have to like baby it and feed it all the information. But at the end of the day, Mr. Chris, I know how you are, and you can't be convinced we're going down, so maybe we're not, you know? I appreciate the 10. But the undeniable fact is every single bottom has been below the long-term holder cost basis. So if it's different this time, then so be it, but I can't provide evidence of that because it hasn't happened yet. But I know there's nothing I can tell you, so I appreciate the 10. And just for the record, you're saying the lost coins drag it down over time, but it's trending up over time. It never goes down, it only goes up. And even if you use the overall cost basis for the market, which is the realized price, it includes everybody, not just long-term holders. So maybe it's different this time, right? I'm not here to tell you guys we have to go down. What's going on here? I didn't even click that. Yeah, this website kind of stinks. There's not even a realized price indicator. It's kind of rubbish, honestly. Yeah, it's so bizarre. But the undeniable fact is every bear market we bottomed below the realized price. So to say that it doesn't have to happen when it's happened every single time, there's really no evidence to support the claim, which means we're just making claims because we want to, which is fine. I've done that before, but I can't base my portfolio on that. But the next move down, again, this website isn't really Oh, this is interesting. What is this? Stat bands. It's not really... I guess this isn't terrible. But you can see oh my goodness, yeah, when you look at it from this perspective, look at how far up we are. Yeah, I disagree, Mr. Chris. I know you're Mr. Moonboy, and that's fine, and I'm not trying to tell you that you're wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's different this time. But I can't put my money in something with no evidence, you know? The evidence says, the historical evidence, I should say. The historical evidence says we should go lower, regardless of what in this particular conversation, regardless of what AI says, it's wrong. We've bottomed below it every single time. So to say it doesn't have to happen, that's like saying you don't need 270, whatever it is, you don't need 280 votes to win the presidency. You know, maybe you don't, but maybe you only need what is it, 276? Can't remember, 278, something like that. But I do appreciate the 10. We got Riser for 2 says. Chris says it's a valid argument though, since those coins cost pennies and they are in the millions of coins. Listen, like I said, man, there's nothing I can say. You know, you've already made up your mind, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you're right. I'm not trying to convince you, but as much as I like you, regardless, not that I'm going to say anything bad, but me liking you or not doesn't change the fact that it's undisputed that we've bottomed below the realized price in every market cycle. You know, I can't really find an analogy for it. It's just every single time it's happened. So until it doesn't happen, I can't speculate that it might not happen, because every single time we've tried to do that and we bet against historical history, it never worked out. So as far as Bitcoin goes, obviously we tried to do alt season and shit, but now we know that alt season is a psyop. If we only focus on what Bitcoin does, it does the same thing every time. As of now, maybe it's different this time, but until it's different, I can't say that it's different. You know? Riser for 2 says, wo est der ander Deutsch Lomel Air. Riserhausen for 2. I appreciate the 2. I don't know, you're speaking gibberish. I don't speak gibberish. I'm not sure what you said, Reisenhausen. But I appreciate the 2. Mixer for 10 says, redistribution for my guy who shaped my time and accompanied me into my adult life. The money nevertheless remains within the closed loop. Love you, buddy. God bless. Greetings from Cologne, Mr. Bulkin. I appreciate the 10. I appreciate the 10, man. It does help a lot in times of despair. Yeah, I wouldn't say you're an adult yet, you know? I know physically you're a man, but you got until 26, realistically. Once you turn 26, your brain is fully developed and you can actually feel the difference. You're going to notice that things become less enjoyable once you turn 26. It's like you find that things that were once fun are no longer fun. You realize, what am I doing? You know, you start questioning, what am I doing with my life? You know? So until that happens, I think you're still a kid. Because I remember I could definitely feel the difference. But at the time, you don't understand because you'd never felt it before. But you're only 22, so you're still a kid. So enjoy it, man. It goes slow, and then when you turn 26, it starts speeding up. So enjoy the next 4 years, because once you turn 26, it starts accelerating. It's very scary. But I appreciate the 10 from Mr. Mixerhausen. The two Germans. They're gonna start a never mind, I can't say that. Reisenhausen. We got Against All Odds for 2 says 67 this 67K this week or next week. Weekly stock RSI is rising. I appreciate the 2. Yeah, we're extremely bullish still, unfortunately. I don't think it's unfortunate because we see it. You know, it would be one thing if it's like, why are we going up? But now you know why I use the stock RSI over the regular RSI. Because we can physically see that it's bullish. You can't really say we're bearish right now. The same thing happened here. Even though we wanted it to go down, I even said, listen, even though we want it to go down, it's still bullish. And we went up. The problem is we're now overbought for a couple candles now. And we are still climbing, but it's not like shooting up. So we can remain. Personally, this is what I wanted to see. I just thought it would happen faster. I thought we would have already hit the 67K by now. The fact that it's taking this long makes it even more bearish to me, but I was personally hoping it would have been done by now. But my opinions and my dreams don't care. The market doesn't care about that, so I have to accept what it is. And what it is you can see that we're about to get another candle tomorrow, and it's probably going to match the high from a couple months ago. So you really can't be calling for a crash right now because it's probably not going to happen. But at the same time, if we look, you can see that in January, you had this one 5-day candle marked the top, and then the very next candle we went down. That you could get. So I hope it just rips the Band-Aid off, spikes up. Oh my God, Vision's an idiot. We're going to the moon. And then it comes right back down. Because once we get this, it's every man for himself. Literally, it's every man for himself. People are gonna, I'm not even going on YouTube anymore. I'm just gonna hide in my bunker until it's over. This is gonna be devastating. So it's taking a lot longer than I wanted it to, but I can't rush it either. So the weekly stock RSI is climbing. You do have to respect the bullish momentum. It's there. But we mentioned about 10 minutes ago that in the bull market, when the 6-day stock RSI leaves oversold, that's when the bullish move actually starts. So it's definitely worth noting that we're clearly not in the same bull market anymore. So if the argument is this was a bear market and the bull market is a new bull market is starting, well, now you're saying something that's never happened before, which is fine. The 6-day stock RSI here turned bullish, and then we went up before we hit overbought. In 2019, I believe, we hit overbought first, and then we went up. So you have every right to be bullish right now, but at some point, it's got to go back down if it's not going to go up. And I think the missing piece is that short-term hold to realized price. I really think we have to hit it. I tried to tell myself it's not going to happen, but it looks like it has to. It must hit it. It's almost like the market is checking with it, like, are we still bearish? And then the moving average will say, yeah, we're still bearish. That's how I'm looking at it. The market doesn't know if it wants to go up or down. So it's checking in with the parole officer. Remember we said yesterday or the other day that we're looking for the Tyrone candle, but Tyrone has to check in with the parole officer. Like, I think we got to come in with this moving average, and the moving average is going to tell us, yeah, we're still bearish, and then we're going to go down. Because this is not an actual moving average. This is literally short-term holders. So when we hit this level, all the people who bought in the last couple of days are above water, and they want to get out. So like it's a legitimate thing. It's not just a moving average for momentum. Short-term holders represents the profit and loss of short-term holders for coins held less than 155 days. So people who bought Bitcoin in the last 155 days, once we break 65 and change, they're going to be in profit. But every time they go into profit, they start selling. Now on this chart in particular, it doesn't actually change colors for some reason. I guess the guy who made this got a little lazy, but you can see that the zero level is where my dots are. So we almost hit it back in January. We did hit it in May, and we almost hit it here. I think it's the missing piece. I think this will paint a better picture personally. I think this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the market to check back in with the short-term hold the realized price. We're going to get the yellow spike. People are going to turn toxic. I told you the bottom was in, you idiot. And then we're going to go down. That's what I think. That's what we've been looking for since June. I didn't think it was going to take this long. I really thought it would be done by now. But that doesn't change anything. In 2018, you can see you hit it a couple of times. But on this chart in particular, you didn't actually hit it because this was a big wick when we did hit it. I'll show you in just a moment. In 2022, though, you can clearly see you hit it. We turned yellow. Holy shit, we're going to the moon. Oh, sorry, wrong one. We hit it right here. Holy shit, the bottom is in, and then we went straight down. Like, I remember this moment. I remember it. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get in. I bought, this was where my life got destroyed. I bought Samo instead of Floki. If I would have bought Floki instead of Samo, I would have had I would have been a millionaire. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's what everybody says. But I actually had 3 billion coins or whatever it was. And it went to 3. So I would have had 900,000. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But I chose Samo instead of Floki. And Samo got rugged. But once we hit that, people who aren't bullish or they're not sure or they're really close to buying in, they're going to buy in. And we're getting there. We're really close. So if you're not sure if the bottom is in, once we break 67K, you'll be sure that the bottom is in. And that's where the top is. If it's still a bear market. I think it is a bear market. And you can see that that happens every time it's a bear market. You come right up to it and then you go down. Now, I just showed you in 2018, that little spot didn't turn yellow, but we can see that in 2018, we did hit the short-term hold to realized price one more time before we went down. What do I hope? Well, if the market wants to play nice, it'll hit overnight and then just do this. Because to be fair now, the 4-year cycle says the bottom should be here somewhere. And we're still all the way up here. So is there still time to go? Yeah, we still got 67 days. And we already discussed that it only takes 30 days to go down 40%. So this is what I keep telling myself and you guys. The Bitcoin can do whatever it wants to do. All I need to see to know that it's bearish for me is I need to see it to come up and then come back down. If it comes back down, even if it's September 7th or whatever, doesn't matter. If we see the price of Bitcoin come back down to the low, it only takes 20 days to go down 30%. And we would still have 50 days to get down there. So even if it just sits here, spikes up, holy shit, we're bullish, comes right back down sometime in September. If we get back to 57K, I think the bottom is around 40,000. 40,000 is 30% from 57K. It takes 23 days to go down 38. 27%, it took 24. So if we hit 57K with 50 days left, we only need 30 days or less to go down 30%. So technically, if the bottom's in October, we could just sit here. Which maybe that's why we're just sitting here. I have to respect that it's bullish. That's why I am respecting it. But I'm also respecting that every single time we've ever been bullish, it actually went up. And every time it didn't go up, we went down by 40%. So that's why I am patiently waiting, because I do think this is coming. Do I know exactly when? Of course not. But just look at the data. Every time Bitcoin gets stuck with a 5-day stock RSI hitting overbought, it's bearish. You know, when you're bullish, it's bullish. When you're bearish, it's bearish. Right now, we're not moving, which makes me believe it's going to be bearish, but it is still bullish as of right now. However, in 10 days, which we keep saying that and still not moving, this is only possible when the price climbs. So you see how we stayed overbought, but the price continued up? That's what has to happen. If we just do nothing, it's going to roll over by default. And the 6-day stock RSI is almost overbought now. So I do think it is bullish. For how much longer, I don't know. We already had all the bullish events and top events occur. The only thing that's missing is this. This is the only piece. So once we hit this, I no longer have to live stream because I fulfilled my duties to myself and to my viewers. I told you once we hit this moving average, I'm going to disappear. Not because I don't want to live stream with you guys, but I know how the market gets and I know how I get. People get toxic, people get FOMO, and it messes everything up. I stopped live streaming here, not because I thought it was the top, but because I went on vacation. Every time I stop live streaming, we go in the other direction. So it just happens to be when we're around this yellow moving average. But I know how toxic the chat gets. I'd rather not participate. And then obviously if we get this right, then I have to prepare for the bull market, because I want to make sure that I do it right this time. And then of course, if I'm wrong and we go like this, then I'm going to need to cope, and I'm not going to be able to live stream anyway because I'm going to be depressed and I'm going to cope. So either way, the show is over. It definitely doesn't feel bullish. Well, it doesn't feel bullish because it's not bullish, in my opinion. I don't want to speak in absolutes. I hate when people do that. I've made a list of shit that I want to look for to tell me that it's bearish. People laugh at Harry Potter. They say, why am I looking at this shit coin? I already told you yesterday. I noticed last February that when Harry Potter turned bearish, I ignored it. And I said to myself, why is this coin so bearish if we're not in a bear market? But it went down before Bitcoin went down. As you can see, this shit was already nuking before we even went down. The same thing happened here. Why is it going down even though we're still bullish? Then we went down. So for me, Harry Potter was one of the top meme coins. It's not anymore because it's done, but it's printing bearish top signals. My confirmation is when it finally goes back down. We also waited for BNB. We said BNB has to pump. BNB pumping usually marks the end of the rally. Now, I don't know if BNB topped yet, but BNB did rally and it did print a red dot. So for me, this was another bearish indicator that tells me we're getting close to the end of the rally. You can see when BNB gets up to these levels, Bitcoin starts to wrap up the rally. You can see Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and hopefully Exhibit C. We are seeing weakness in Solana. A coin that was so strong, all of a sudden fizzled out. But it's not a coincidence. Every time we do this, Solana fizzles out. Bitcoin clears the high, and Solana does nothing. This has been the case the whole bear market, and it's happening again now. Now, obviously, if Solana just goes like this, then so be it, right? It's different this time. But as of currently constructed, Solana failing to take this high in a timely manner will confirm we're doing one of these. Ethereum too. Ethereum started out so strong and it's not doing anything. Why is that any different from back here? As of right now, it isn't. It's the same thing. Now, if we see ETH go like this, then yeah, you got a new trend, of course. But until that happens, I have to assume it's not going to break out. Because just like Bitcoin, look at the stock RSI. It's max bullish. The problem is ETH is max bullish on every time frame. So it's like, if you're not going to go up now, then you're not going up. Look. 8-day stock RSI oversold to overbought. Ethereum shot up 97%. We just went from oversold to overbought, and we're still stuck below the low here from when we were oversold. That's something to point out. When you're actually bullish and you go from oversold to overbought, you get big-ass moves. When you don't do anything, which respectfully, that has not happened. This is actually the first time. Look, you go from oversold to overbought, oversold to overbought, oversold to overbought. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I don't know if... Is this ultra bearish or am I just too bearish? Look at this. When the 8-day stock RSI went from oversold to overbought, ETH went up 172%, 99%, 156%, 83%, 81 to 200. Right now, we're up 27%, and we're banging our head on the prior bottom. Oh, man. So it's like, dude, if it's not going to go up now, then when is it supposed to go up? When this rolls over? It has to go up now. Look, it's the first time in 6 years. Technically, you didn't even hit overbought here, but still hit overbought close enough. If you want to use this, you could. It was the same thing. You went up and then you went down, made a new low. So I'm not being biased. I'm just looking at what has happened. I mean, look at this. When are we supposed to go up? Oh man, how many time frames we got to go on? Holy shit. Even on the 11-day time frame. When is it supposed to go up? Why is it bullish every other time, but not this time? This one you didn't hit oversold. So I don't know if you can use that. But, you know, am I misunderstanding this? Every time. Every time. Even here, you had a big ass rally, but then the rally failed and then you went down, made another low. That's what I'm thinking. I'm giving it a little bit more time, but dude, if this shit doesn't go, it's gonna roll over, in my opinion. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be right. I try and clarify. In my opinion, are we in something like this where it's taking long? Gotta respect the possibility. The problem is, once you hit overbought, the train started rolling. Choo choo, motherfucker. Sorry for the language. We're overbought. Train's got to start moving. I'm telling you right now, this is the train to Goblin Town. The next station is Goblin Town. Dude, if we don't go up now, we're going to Goblin Town. The next station is the Shadow Realm. Am I not understanding this? Look, every time we go from oversold to overbought, you get a big ass pump. This is only the second time we don't get a big ass pump. The last time was April, and the time before that was all the way back in COVID. So I'm not even being biased. It's just what happens. Now I'm respecting that it's bullish. That's why I'm not telling you we're going down yet, because I don't think it's time to go down yet. But every day that goes by that we don't move, it's like a melting ice cap. Once the water gets too high, everybody drowns and we go down to the bottom of the ocean. We can't, I bet you have a blue bar on here too. Oh, not yet. Oh, man. Yeah, you're about to get a 2-week bar on Ethereum almost. If I had to make a prediction, I think we have to hit that realized price. I think this is it. I think this is the moment we were waiting for. Where it's either gonna, where either I'm wrong and we're just gonna go into a bull market, congratulations, or I was right and we're about to go straight down because there's no more time left. And I know we keep saying that and it doesn't make sense to say there's no more time left. There's not enough time to go down to 40K, but because we actually sat here doing nothing, we can get down there because of the Bollinger Band percentile. You have the same exact setup as January. So if we spike up first to trigger the move, that's like, I can't find an analogy, but it's almost like flipping the light switch on. Like you flip the switch on and then we get attacked by the bats. Obviously, if we went down first, then it would have been bullish, but we're going up first. Maybe it is, like, maybe I'm wrong and we're going to the moon. But I'm either wrong and I'm wrong, or I'm right and it's over. And I'm gonna open up a stock. I'm gonna open up a stock brokerage. No, I'm just kidding. Not financial advice. This is it, man. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I'm either right or wrong. I don't think there's an in the middle. Some people think the bottom is gonna be a little bit lower. I don't think so, man. This shit tells me we're going down. We're going down, down. We're going down to Halloween Town. And you look at the stock RSI for Ethereum and it says the same thing. I'm either wrong and we're going up or we're going to Goblin Town. Weekly stock RSI is no joke, man. 37% down. That puts us all the way at 1100 almost. Now you broke the low from yeah, you're basically back at the 2022 low. Straight down to Goblin Town. This is it. I don't know what else to tell you all other than I wish you all the best. If you're wrong, it's not going to be pleasant. I remember this, man. This shit was not pleasant for me. I bought all the wrong coins. It was not fun. Not a fun time. So if we go like this and you're overexposed, it's not going to be fun. Because people think we're going to go down here and then go right back up. I'm telling you, we're going to stay down here for a while. Just like if I'm wrong and we go like this, it's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be fun. We got Mixer for 5. Mixer for 5 says hopium of the day, Bitcoin divided by DXY in the weekly time frame holding the trend line from 2017. I appreciate the 5. Does help a lot in times of despair. It does help a lot in times of despair. Bitcoin divided by DXY. He says we're holding a trend line from July of 2017. I mean, can't you just see it with the naked eye? How when you're bullish, you get a bunch of green candles. When you're bearish, you get a bunch of red candles. I think we're overcomplicating it. I really think we're missing the last leg down, man. We're missing the last leg down. We're sitting on a weekly trend line from 2017. July of 2017. 5. A weekly trend line from July of 2017? Oh, you know why I like this? Because every time people draw these, they break. That's a good one, though. Yeah, that's a good one, Spanky. Moon Boy strikes again. Yeah, that's a good one, Spanky. The Moon Boys will love this one. You probably could have drawn it here, too, and then it broke. Yeah, it already broke. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we already had it. We already had this one. It broke. I wonder if you can pull it back further. Oh, yeah. Almost. Not quite. Almost. Yeah, every time I see people draw these trend lines, they break. So I'm going to say I think it's going to break. But I see the argument. I see the hopium. I just can't get behind a 52% drawdown, 55%. This one was 79. This one was 84. This one was 85. How come it's so small? 55%. I don't think it lines up. I think we need the last leg. I think we got to get to at least 65, which is 44, which is back to the levels in January of 20, whatever this is. Yeah, 43,000. But I do appreciate the 5. It does help a lot. Times of despair. It does help a lot in times of despair. Do I like speaking German in the chat? I don't speak German. I only know Scheisenhausen. The Black Swan is still cooking in the lab. We might not get one this time. It might just be bearish. You know, there was no reason why we went down here. We were just bearish. There was no reason why we went down here. We were just bearish. Some people say we went down. We didn't really go anywhere. We're still there. I'm pretty much convinced we have to hit this realized price. It really does bother me that I didn't trust myself fully because I really thought we would. I thought we were going to hit it here. But I think we have to hit this, man. That's the missing piece. It happens every time. Oh, I read that Riot sold Bitcoin because their mining cost is below the cost of production. Is that true? I think... I don't know how to pull up news articles. Usually it's right here, but today it's not. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, see, I gotta start reading you guys the news. You guys love this shit. And TradingView has the articles right on there. Cryptocurrency miner Riot sold 4,300 Bitcoin during the second quarter to help fund its ongoing operations. Riot said the cost to mine Bitcoin is rising due to high power costs and ongoing expansion of its Kentucky mining facility. In other news, nobody gives a shit. It's 11 p.m. Time to say goodnight. Stay healthy. Thanks for watching, Mixer. I'm surprised you still remember me. I thought you left us. But it's nice to see you, man. I still remember your name was Mr. TRB. Mr. TRB. We got Chris says it's smaller because we only went up 100% from the last high versus previous bull runs. We went up multi-100% from the previous high, so the drawdown is much deeper. Yeah, but the problem is... Mr. Chris, I like how everything you do is just from a hopium bong. This bull market was 1,000% or a 10,000%, and we went down 84%. This bull market was 5 times larger, and we still went down almost the same at 87%. So this bull run was 5 times smaller. I don't think that's proper English. How do you say something is a fifth as big? I guess that's how you say it. It was a fifth as big, but the depth was the same on the downside. Then we went from 10,000% to 2,000%, but the bear market was only 8% more shallow. I don't think a 700% bear market calls for a 25% reduction in size. That doesn't make any sense. I think something that is fair would probably be 68%. Or maybe it's 66. I don't know. I don't know the formula. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the market is trying to do here, but I don't think 54 is enough. Maybe I'm wrong, but to go from 20 to 7 and then see a 25% decline when we went from 10 to 2 and we saw a 7% decline, it doesn't make sense, in my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've accepted my fate. If I'm wrong, I have to find a way to fix this. If I'm right, I'm making a stock list. I think I'm doing stocks anyway. I don't think I'm doing crypto. This is it for me. I have made peace with it. If I'm right, it's going to be like a door opening saying, this is your last chance to exit. Please exit now. And I exit. And the door shuts behind me like the ending of a movie. That's how it's going to be. The ending of a movie, the door shuts behind me. And I hear the souls of the Shadow Realm screaming. And once the door shuts, I never hear them again. And if I'm wrong and we go up, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be banished to hell forever. No, not hell, but I'm going to be banished to the Shadow Realm. Oh, 59K was the bottom, brother. It could be, man. It could be. I think a lot of people think the bottom is in. There's nothing wrong with that. Taylor confirmed we're in a bear market. The altcoins are not attractive. They can go down forever, man. We're speculating dubiously. I think that's why a lot of people don't think it's going to play out. This is the first time a 1 million subscriber YouTuber is saying it's a bear market. Most of the time, the 1 million subscribers are grifting. And that's why you see people say everyone's bearish, so it's not going to happen. But I can tell you that that has been said every time. And we were saying it last time. Oh, everyone says the bottom's at the end, so it's not going to happen. And it happened. Now we're in the same exact spot. Everyone's saying the bottom's at the end, so it's not going to happen. Listen, if it happens, it's over. I swear. The door of the damned is going to shut behind me, and I'm going to walk away. I'm walking away once and for all. Dude, if we get this, man, may God help me. Oh, help me, God. Dude, I could just, you know what I think of? You guys, have you guys ever heard of Verrucht, zombie Verrucht? If you don't know what that is, then don't worry about it. But if you know what zombie Verrucht is, back in the day, you used to be able to walk up to a wall and you would hear the people screaming through the walls because it was an insane asylum. And that's what this is, man. You hear the souls of the damned just screaming. It's just, your soul is just dying. Man, I can't do this anymore. I'm not doing it. It's just, it's not healthy. Look at this, man. Souls of the damned. That's what this is. I imagine, remember Mongoose? Dude, look at this thing. Man. Imagine catching this, though. 100x. Holy shit. And I can't do it. The damned souls of the damned. It feels like every bear market, though, we sit on some type of like shelf. Right? Every bear market, you sit on the shelf. And when it finally breaks the shelf, we go down. Now, the Moon Boys will say this was the shelf. But I think you have those in the bear markets too, where it's like you sit on the shelf and it breaks. So there's two shelves. Yeah, look at that. Look at this dude. Yeah, is that where, wait, is that where we are? Hold on a second. Let him cook now. Are we right here? Let him cook now. I don't even, that's from, when did that came out in 2023, right? When people started saying that from the Woody meme, the Toy Story meme. Let him cook now. Right or wrong? Oh, this one's not that good. Yeah, because look, when we broke this level, yeah, this guy's in the kitchen again. This guy's making some filet mignon. Oh, it's filet mignon. Look, once we broke this level, we broke below the realized price. Once we broke below this level, we broke below the realized price. Once we broke below this level, we broke below the realized price. We didn't break below this level yet, so we never broke the realized price. This is it. I think this is it. Are we gonna start watching bear movies now? This is it. I'm telling you, this is it. Yeah, 382 retracement, 56K. 44 and 34. 34 is too low. This one you bottomed below. You bottomed on the 0.5 pretty much. I don't know what else to tell you all. We went over everything. This one was a 382 bottom. Oh, wait, this might be one of those things where the bottom keeps moving down, right? Look, from the low to the high, the bottom was on the... Yeah, look. From the first bear market, from the low to the high, the bottom was right below the 236. On the second bear market, from the low to the high, the bottom was 236 and then the 382. In the next bear market, from this low to the high, 236, 236, 382, 0.5. So we're breaking another fib every time. Right now, from this low to the high, we're bouncing off the 382. So maybe we go to the 0.5, and then maybe we bottom just above the 618 retracement. Because in 2022, we bottomed just above the 0.5 retracement. And in 2018, we bottomed right on the 382 retracement, or just above, actually, I think. Can't really see. Oh, we bottomed right on it. Wow. And then the first bull bear market, we bottomed just below the 236. What about this one? What about this one? Where's the bull market start here? Oh my gosh. I guess it starts at 0. Yeah, just below the 236. So maybe we bottom just above the 618 at 34. So I think we could bottom here, wherever this is. Yeah, 38K. 38K is like my floor. If we ever see Bitcoin at 38K, I'm going all in. Maybe not on Bitcoin, but whatever's available. Whatever's available in the draft lottery, I'm taking. Doge really has not rallied. Yeah, Doge hasn't rallied. That means it still could, but we top here locally once the bears start getting shamed. Yeah, the chat hasn't turned toxic yet. We need higher lows to say I should have bought in. He hasn't been chatting lately. They got me 2 times in a row. Yeah, they got me 2 times in a row too. But they didn't get me in the bear market. They got me this time. And it's fucking sad too, because they didn't even get me last time. I had all my money right here. I told myself if we break, I have to get out, and it broke and I didn't get out. That's my issue. I never listened to my plan. Here they got me. But here I listened. I said I'm not buying in until we break over a certain price, and we never did, and we just went down. Now I'm saying we have to hit the realized price, and once we do, it's bearish. And we still haven't hit it yet. That doesn't mean I'm going to be right, because I've been wrong plenty of times, but I'm always wrong because I never listened to my initial thing. Even though I'm wrong on the prediction, the plan would have worked, you know? Like, even though this wasn't the top, if I would have sold when I said I was going to sell, I wouldn't be here right now. But I'm still here. That's why I told myself if we hit the realized price, I'm leaving because I know how it's going to get. Oh my God, we're bullish. Holy shit, this guy's retarded. He has no money. He sucks. And then we just go like this. I'm asking myself, is that even possible? How the hell do we go? How do we get down to 40,000? It doesn't look likely. Like, I admit it, when you draw it like this, it doesn't look likely. It just doesn't. But it's dude, it doesn't look likely, but I've seen it happen. I swear, I saw it happen with my own eyes. I said, holy shit. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. That was the emotion back here. Holy fucking shit. I mean, you even had a little one right here. Look, it's the same thing. You're just sitting here doing nothing, and then the market just throws up 25%. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, we see, but that's what I gotta respect too. It only takes 5 days to go down. So like we could hit 66K and then 10 days later be back at 55,000. That's why I need to break it down into 2 bits. All I need to see for it to be bearish is a move back down. Because then when you break it like this, it's very doable. See, when you look at it from this perspective, it doesn't look that crazy. Considering it happened twice already. It's just, it doesn't look possible because we're still up here. But we need to see that flash move down back to 50K, 55K. Because I can already tell you that people are going to draw this and say, look, the bottom is here at 55,000. But you cannot have a bottom at 55,000 for the same reason you can't have a bottom here. If the bottom is here, fine. If the bottom's not here, it's not going to be here. It has to be below this red moving average. The problem is in every bear market, we've water slided significantly lower than the red moving average. So we have to go significantly lower than that. And the thing is, I say that we need to water slide. We actually have the literal swimming pool, or I guess I would say the jet stream. We have the jet stream to push us down there. It's this blue bar. The blue bar is telling you you have more than enough ammunition to go all the way to 40K. the fact that you have it on the 9-day time frame, this tells me it's possible. I just have to believe. I have to believe in myself. Look. I just have to believe. Just close my eyes. Holy fucking shit. It's definitely nerve-wracking time, man. We're about to get a 10-day blue bar too. Oh, we get another candle tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna get a 10-day blue bar, chat. Chat. Do people still say chat? Oh wow, the 10-day blue bar is no joke. Yeah, it's very rare. Wow, that's another YouTube video. First time in 10 years. Yeah, the 10-day blue bar is very rare. You're almost guaranteed to get a big ass move. Big ass move. Very professional. Big ass move. Yeah, I'm gonna get a t-shirt that says big ass move. Yeah, look, blue bar, big ass move, blue bar. I would call this a big ass move, man. This is a big ass move. Oh my God, 36%. That's a big ass move. This one was straight down. This was a big ass move. Even if you measure it from this candle, still 26%. This one was a big ass move. Yeah, I don't see this going on for much longer. Was this a big ass move? This one wasn't that big, 22%. This one was a fake big ass move. It went up and then down. This was a big ass move. Yeah, so we're gonna get a big ass move starting tomorrow. But the fact that we're getting it makes me believe we can go lower, like 40K. I guess a good question would be, how long does it take for the move to start once you get a blue bar? That's a great question, Spanky. This move basically started immediately. This move took 20 days. 20 days later, top was in, we went down. This one was almost instant. Don't even have to measure it. This one was 10 days later. This one, we actually had a couple bars here, so it was like 30 days. Yeah, 30 days. Oh, I missed this one. This one was instant. Just instant kill. Dead. This one was instant too. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're about to go down. It's fun, it's nerve-wracking, but it's exciting at the same time because if we get it right, it's over. It's finally over. Yeah, this blue bar is letting you know something's about to happen. We don't have it yet. It's coming tomorrow. We're getting it tomorrow. Man, I can't believe some guy in the chat said we're not going to sit here for a month. And I never heard of him. Never heard from him again. The chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, we're not going to have to wait that much longer. Holy shit. Sorry, I really shouldn't say that because I know it's very disrespectful to some people. But that's just initial reaction. Holy shit. You know what I think of, like in the movies where the people are looking up at the tidal wave and they say, holy shit. Yeah, we're getting something, man. It's either 80K or 50K. There's no in the middle. There's no in the middle, gentlemen. Good luck to you all. 50K or 80K. 12 day too. Wow. Yeah, but the 12 day is pretty common. Actually, not for nothing, but these have been bearish the last 3 times. This one was bearish. This one was bearish. This one was bearish. I can't believe it's Halloween again. I just went trick-or-treating. I remember I went by myself. This one was bullish. Oh, these were bullish. Yeah, I guess if it's a bull market, it's bullish. If it's a bear market, it's bearish. Bursh. Yeah, look. Super bullish. Yeah, we're either super bullish or super bearish. Good luck. Now I'm getting excited but nervous. Good luck, gentlemen, and the three ladies. This is it. If we get out of here, I'm gonna make a whole new YouTube channel, and my name is gonna be Mr. Stock. What did I call myself? Tony Staccano? Tony Staccano. Staccano or Staccano? What's better, Staccano or Staccano? I'll get a little cigar and I'll switch over to the stock market and I'll make a little crew with my cronies. Yeah, this is it. We're either going straight up or straight down. There's no, I know I say that a lot. There's no in the middle, but there really is no in the middle here. 25%, 90% almost, 70%. Even here, you went up first to make everyone think it was bullish, and then you went down. You still went down 32% from the blue bar. So we're looking for 25 to 30% down. Yeah, 43,000. Good luck to you all. This is no joke. I know some people's lives are riding on this. Mine is. If I get this wrong, it's going to be back to freaking... I don't even know what I can say. I don't want to get canceled. But, man, some people are going all in right now. If they get it wrong, it's Shadow Realm. Instant Shadow Realm. If I get this wrong... Well, I would say I'm managing my risk appropriately, so I wouldn't necessarily go into the Shadow Realm, but it's going to be a tough battle out of here. But, man, good luck to you all. You're looking at a 30% move in either direction. It can only, we can only sit here for so much longer. It's true. I'm getting excited, but nervous. But I'm not nervous yet. I think I'm not nervous yet because we didn't hit the bullish trigger. You know? For me, this is still bearish. It was never bullish to begin with. But once we hit the bullish trigger, because I'm human too, this is where I would get nervous. Because when you break this moving average, it's finally bullish. I'm free. It's like the Shadow Realm patrol officer opens up the door and you can see outside. And then once you take a step out, he says, "Get over here." And then he pulls you back in. I'm free. I'm free. Get over here. That's why I get nervous, because it's like, I don't know, is the coast clear? And then the Shadow Realm patrol officer pulls you back in. But when it is actually bullish, you like step outside and it's like, is that it? And then it just keeps going. See here is like, is that it? Get over here. So I'm not nervous yet. But once we hit 66, it's like, all right, here we go. This is it. Are we bullish or not? And the second I see it go like this, it's over. Get over here. There's no more time left. This is it, gentlemen and the two ladies. There's no more time left. It's August. There's still plenty of time, but there's not enough time to go up and then down and then up and then down. We either go up and then down or up. We can't go up and then down and then down and then up and then down. It's two moves left. What do they say? Mate in two? Mate in two. Mate in two. I like that. Mate in two. Right now there's three pieces left. Either we spike up and it's check, and then we go up and then I lose, or we spike up and then come down and it's checkmate. Player wins. No more bets. Get over here. Are you guys excited? I was actually kind of in a bad mood today, but now I'm in a good mood because I'm starting to realize, like, this is it, man. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. I can't even go swimming in the water. There's people dying from bacteria. Sad. At least I got to go on the beach as a kid. Get over here. Donation for 20 minutes. Oh, he sent me for 2. He says, Reiserhausen for 2 says, when we meet randomly, you would take a drink. I appreciate the 2. Well, you live in Germany, and I can confidently tell you I'll probably never go to Germany. But you know what? At the same time, I don't know. Because I've been a hermit crab in the shadow realm. If I get some money, maybe I'll be a traveler. Maybe I'll start traveling to Germany. I'm part German. Scheisenhausen? I am part German, actually. I don't want to say anything wrong, though, because I don't speak German. Let me pull up my translator. Translator, here we go. What do we got? I am part German. What do we got here? Let me give you something. Urbe des Königs. Of course, the very first word I choose has that. Whoops. Cancelled. Hair to the king. When I see you turn bullish, I'm out. Hell yeah, Hulkamania. There we go. These are the toxic comments we need as we get closer to the top. I was waiting for this moment my whole 40 days to place a short and get liquidated. SB says business cycle says we go up, halving cycle says down because cause is yet to be known. Yeah, I don't understand it either, honestly. The halving, there's like 5% of the coins left. But I tried my best to debunk it and it got me. So I stopped fighting it. This guy says, no. That's not it. Urbe des Königs. Urbe des Königs. Königs? That's what it says. How do I say shithouse? Scheib house. That's what it says. Scheib house. The Scheisenhausen. The Scheib house. Shithole. Let's try shithole. Dreckschlag. Oh, I gotta say Dreckschlag. Dreckschlag. Shithole. Harry Potter spikes. Yeah, we talked about Harry Potter. This is it. All of my bearish signals have been flashed already. The missing piece is the short-term hold to realized price. Once that hits, I'm gone. I'm turning off my live stream and I'm not coming back until 40K or I get eliminated. There's no in the middle. Scheisenhausen. Not to mention, don't forget, we already discussed this, but Gemini made another low. Somebody asked in the chat, did we talk about Gemini? We did talk about Gemini. I saw it today. It made another low. Gemini space station. I'm going to have to do some research on this. I might buy this. If it goes down to $2, I'm probably going to take a flyer on it. Why not? Scheisenhausen. If Coinbase can come back, then Gemini can come back. They're only at 430 million market cap. So if it goes to $2, even 250, man, I might take a flyer. I'm asking myself, why would we go up right now? There is no one here but us. Dude, there's a lot of people that are bullish, man. A lot of people are bullish. A lot of people are bullish. But this is it. If we pull this off, it's over. It's genuinely an end of an era. I'm not rebranding my channel because I love to rebrand. I love how it looks, but the content is gonna change. I'm gonna start covering the news, covering the stock market, being a tool bag, grifter. Start putting shit behind a paywall. Yeah. Do what you can to help out the channel. Do what you can to help out the channel. Check out the description. Links in the description. Do what you can to support the channel. Has anyone ever recognized me on the street? No, I'm not popular. Although I will admit, I never thought the day would come. I was walking in a city, an unknown city, and somebody actually shouted Vision Pulsed. So I ran away. I didn't want to speak. No, I was in a bad mood. I was looking for somebody. But they said Vision Pulsed, and I just kept walking. And I don't know if he followed me or not, but it sounded like a kid, like a 19-year-old. That was the only time, though. I never thought it would happen, but it happened. It happened last September. Vision Pulsed? I think he was probably 20 years old. I think the Bears and the Bulls are reading this cycle wrong. We make a lower high to set off alt season. Then we crash in Q1. Hell yeah, man. Alt season for the win, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I've been waiting for alt season since 2017. He followed you home? No, I don't. I guess it would be cool to be recognized, but at the same time, I don't want to be recognized. That's why I don't want to be a big YouTuber. I like my channel size. I just want to get to 100K so I can get the YouTube plaque. And then after that, I'm done. I'd rather just get the money and leave. But I think it has a lot to do with the type of content I make. That's why if I can change to reading you guys the news, it'll be a lot easier to make content. Because the Moon Boys get more love. Even though they get trolled overall, it's just better to be a Moon Boy. There's no benefit to being a bear on YouTube. Because think about it, if you're bullish, you get to sell hopium. And if you're bullish, the people who troll you will watch you anyway. When you're bearish, the Moon Boys don't watch you, and the bears troll you anyway. So you're better off being bullish in a bear market because you get more ad revenue. And once the bull market comes, you get a whole new wave of subscribers anyway. But I can't be bullish because I'm actually looking at what's happening so I can place my bet. But if I get it right, then I can go back to just telling you it's bullish. because I'm not going to care anymore. What's up, folks? How we doing, folks? Bullish X accounts that got silent are getting active again. Yeah, we're getting to that point of no return. It's either bullish or it's not. Because in every bear market, when we get close to the bottom, these moving averages squeeze together. And they're not that close together, but they're not that far either. They were much further away up here. See how close? Yeah. Hold on, this guy's spitting heat again. Waiter, come back. He's still cooking. When these start to get close together, we get squeezed to the downside. See how they were far apart and they started getting close together, and then we collapsed. Yeah, this guy's just giving away too much free information. It's time to sell out. They're still pretty far apart, but there's no question they're much closer together now. So it's almost time. We're at that time where we're either going to come up and then go down, or we're coming up and then we're going up. Some people think we're going to go up and then down. There's no time for that. Straight down. Like some people think we're going to go up, down, and then up. There's no time for that. Straight down. That's why I'm not nervous yet, but I am going to get nervous once we crack 66K, because then that's it. The moment of peak nervousness for a bear is where the top is. I wasn't nervous up here because I knew it was bearish, but I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything until after it already came back down, which is why us doing this and then coming back down is like, holy shit, it's about to happen. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Because even here too, look. You hit the realized price, and then you came back down, and then you came up again. So you had a chance to do something before we went down. I sold all my shit coins in here. I was out of the market by like somewhere in here, like mid. Yeah, it was like right here actually. I finally sold. So when we come up like this, that's going to be where I hide in my shell, because I'm either wrong and it's like, damn it, man, I have to start over, or it's holy shit, it's about to happen, right? And then if this ends up playing out, God help me, I'm changing over to the stock market. I don't know if we're going to get the S&P correction. I don't know. It doesn't want to go down. But at the same time, if we could see something like, you got something like this. I don't think we have this much time, of course, but you would really need to see something for the ages. I don't know if that's possible. Like, do I really think it's gonna, like, I don't know if that's possible. It would be nice, but I can't sit here telling you this is gonna happen unless it happens now. Like, if we go up again, then this is not happening. If this does happen, though, I'm going to be so happy. I'm switching over to stocks, and I'm never coming back to the Scheisenhausen. Never. Never, 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 never. Sell your membership at $85 a month. You'll be amazed how much people are willing to pay. No, if I change my shit to $80, I'll lose all my members. I was thinking of really selling out and putting a membership for $1. I actually thought about it today. If I pull this off, I can be a true sellout, and I can put the memberships for $1 for live streams. This way only members can chat, so I don't get trolled. But then I realized my ad revenue is going to plummet in the bull market. It's only hard making money in the bear market on YouTube. Once the bull market comes, I just go full grifter and I just collect ad revenue. This has been the worst channel revenue since my YouTube channel was made, which is really sad, but I know the bull market. This is going to be my third bull market on YouTube. No, technically it's my second bull market, but I did make my channel here, so I got money here. You want to hear some fucked up shit? This little ass thing for YouTube, I made more ad revenue than basically like no. I guess that makes sense though. But I guess what I meant to say was this was only 6 months and I made the same ad revenue as I did in 2024 and 2025. Not combined, but like 2024 and 2025 was pretty much the same number. But I made pretty much the same in half the time back here. But in November when Doge topped, that was my highest grossing month. So that tells me that there's potential. The problem is last bull market, I was focusing on shit. This time around, I'm going to be a grifter from the beginning. I'm going to grift MSTR, telling you it's going to 1,000. I'm going to grift Bitcoin, telling you 200,000. And I'm going to grift maybe Doge and stocks. And I'm going to milk the ad revenue. Because I missed out on the MSTR bubble. I'm not going to miss it this time. Even if it doesn't go up, I don't care. I'm going to tell you it's going to go up. You're going to like it. I'm going to tell you from the get. 1,500. Yeah. And I'm not going to take the time to give you real analysis. I'm going to read you the articles on the side here. Breaking news. Holy shit. The Rock has come back. No, I'm sorry. I had to say. Breaking news. The final boss engaged. Strategy sells 334 million shares. USD reserve hits 4.8 billion. Yeah, but see, the Moon Boys but then I could tell you guys, this is so bullish. You don't understand. The fact that they have $5 billion in US reserves, that means all the perma bears on YouTube telling you that the dividend stock is going to collapse. They have $5 billion. They're going to buy so much Bitcoin at the bottom and they're going to hit 1 million Bitcoin. MSTR is going to $2,000. Hit that subscribe button and enjoy the ride. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. That's what I got to do. This is it, gentlemen and the 3 ladies. No, this is it. Like, this is actually it. This is it. This is it. If we get this right, it's over. 10 years of Shadow Realm. The door's gonna close behind me and I'm free. I'm free at last. Who says that? Free at last? Free at last? Who says that? Free at last? Free at last? Something, something. Free at last. Is that Martin Luther King Jr.? Yeah. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. That's what I'm gonna say if we pull this off. I'm going to the stock world. Chris says, I forgot to tell you last weekend I killed it at Baccarat. Yeah, I want to play Baccarat. I'll be honest, someone sent me $5. I know I already told you guys this, but Crisscross Applesauce sent me $5. And I turned it into 150 playing 2-cent or 25-cent hands. And I'll tell you, man, when I bet $50 and I only had $100 left, my heart was pounding like I had $1,000 on the line. I think it's all the same no matter how much money you have. It's because it's your last dollar. So because I only had $100 in my account, when I bet 50, my heart was pounding. But like if I have $1,000 in an account, or like let's say I have $10,000 in an account and I bet 1,000, I don't feel anything. But it's when you're down to your last dollar and you bet it, that's where it starts pounding. And I said, I hate this shit. My heart is pounding over a $5 hand. But I love playing. I can't play anywhere though because they banned me because of my jurisdiction. And the only place I can play is a $10 minimum. And I don't want to play $10 hands. It's too expensive. But yeah, I love Baccarat. My strategy works most of the time, but when it doesn't work, you get eliminated. Like, I shit you not, the only way I lose is when it hits banker 8 times in a row, and then it's a tie. That is where I lose all my money. And that's how I lost my money. It was banker, and then it was 8 times in a row, and then it was a tie, and then it was 7 times in a row, and I lost. It happens. It's not impossible. It's very rare, but it does happen. It's the only time I lose. So I need to perfect a strategy where I was perfecting it. I was betting, and then if I lost, I would bet the same amount. And then if I lost again, then I would start to double. But I only bet once it lands on the same color twice. You know? So if it lands on banker, you don't bet anything. If it lands on player, you don't bet anything. If it lands on the same color twice in a row, then you make a small bet. If it lands on the same color again, then you bet a same bet. If you win, you get your money back. If you lose, then you start betting heavy. Because now it's 4 times in a row that it's the same color. The problem is it can go 6 or 7 or even 8 times, and that's where you get into a shit show. And then when it's a tie, it's over. You lost. Then you have to take the risk. It sucks, but that's how it is. You went to a casino where the $25 minimum bet? Yeah, I can't play those games. That's for rich people. That's for wealthy people. Maybe one day. Maybe. I hope so. You know what? I hope in 2 months I am playing Baccarat with $25 hands. That's my dream. My dream has always been to go to the casino and then go to the Chinese buffet. It's been my dream since I was like 20 years old. I still have my hat. I don't wear it anymore because I'm poor. But if I get some money, I'm gonna wear my hat to the casino. Staying alive, I'm staying alive. I didn't forget it. Playing B's G's. I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive. Staying alive. Whatever happened to Moonbound Crypto? He doesn't come to the channel anymore. Oh, he gave up. Oh no, he still streams. I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive. Making it crypto and lose it all in the casino? No, I would never bring more than $1,000 to the casino. Because you know you're gonna lose. The problem is you just gotta win once and then leave. But when you're playing with $10 hands, it takes too long to win. My strategy wins, but if I play with $10 hands, I gotta win 3 or 4 times, and that's where it gets hard. But if I'm playing with $25 hands and I win 75 bucks, I can walk away. I made $75. That covers the gas. I had a good time. Maybe I could spend $15 on a roulette spin. Or even if I'm wealthy, I could bring $2,000 and I can play $50 hands. You know, I got to win 3 times and make 150 and then I leave. If I do that 3 times a week, that's $450 a week. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but it's doable. And if you lose, you lose. You walk away. You got a shot at a bottom. What time is it? 6 o'clock? Wow. Summer's over already. I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive. Thieves in the chat is in the chat. Bucket of beach. What did he used to say? A beach pail? A beach pail full of pork fried rice. And I'll eat it with the shovel. I'm staying alive, I'm staying alive. I get a free cruise every week by gambling 2,000 on Royal Caribbean. A free cruise every week. I've never been on a cruise. I don't know. I might get seasick. Can you tell you're on a boat or no? Is it too big? I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. I think the missing piece here is the short-term realized price. And when we hit it, I have to tell you all, it's been a pleasure. I enjoyed going over this information with you all over the last 3 months. Just know that I gave it my best. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I gave it my best. If I'm right, a new chapter begins. I just realized it's 8:17. I know it was just Christmas, and now it's about to be Christmas again. And I'm starting to get to the age where my family members that I once visited as a child are getting old. So, about that time. No, not yet. Hopefully another couple years. What happened to the German guy? Mixer? He was here before. You would love it. Unlimited food. There's gambling. I want to go on a cruise. Maybe I'll go on a cruise with Crypto Meowsis. And I could challenge him to a duel. Oh, he doesn't come to the stream anymore. I guess he broke up with me. Oh, he's in Florida now, so he's not that far away. Imagine. Imagine we did a live stream. I don't want to be on a cruise that's like a moving hospital box. Yeah, all the infections start on the cruises. I would go if it was you guys on the cruise. Yeah, I always wanted to do like a subscriber thing, but there's too many weirdos, man. It's sad, but it's true. There's always the one guy that shows up with a pistol or something. It's just not worth it to me. Free cruise and food reviews. Yeah, I want to bring back my food review channel. But the problem is YouTube is bumping up the required hours to 8,000 watch hours. So I don't know how that's going to work. Right now it's 4,000, but they're bumping it to 8,000. I'm going to make the projection that we got to hit this. There's no other way around it. I hope it's quick. I want them to just rip the Band-Aid off. Just get it over with. And then send it down. And then we can be bearish all September. And then the bottom's in October. That would be a wet dream. Please. Right? Am I not seeing something? Oh, wait. Oh, this thing's dead. Yeah, look, we're very close. Well, this one's pretty far, but are there any other Bitcoin stocks? I don't think Mara's a Bitcoin stock anymore. I think they do AI now. Yeah, Mara's a AI stock now. Whatever happened to IREN? Oh, wow, it's still consolidating. Oh, well, it came back down. Yeah, look, it broke the 382 and then it went down to the bottom. This is what Mara looks like. Mara on the wall. Mara on the wall. Home screen to the mall. All right, gentlemen and the two ladies. We hit the 2-hour mark. Every stream is 2 hours because I can't stand you more than that. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I tried my best. Just know that once we hit this yellow moving average, we will be entering summer recess till the fall. So what I'm looking for is this and then this. We've been looking for it since back here. It's just taking too long. However, if it ends up doing this and then going like this, then I failed you and I failed myself. But in every bear market, you can see in this bear market, we hit it and went down. In the prior bear market, we hit it and went down. And in 2018, we hit it and went down. So I think it's the missing piece. All right, all right, all right. You can see when the moving averages get close together, we go down. We already discussed this. When they cross, the bottom forms. All right, all right, all right, all right. We're now starting to see a condensing of the moving averages. The short-term realized price is closing in on the realized price. My guess would be we spike up and then roll over, and then the yellow moving average crosses the red moving average, marking the bottom. But in order for the yellow moving average to cross, it's got to move down. And the question is, when is that? And I don't know, but it has to be soon if it's going to happen. And because it's taking so long, we are seeing blue bars. So the move can definitely be big. We saw January, we fell from the same stock RSI. Keep in mind, chat. Same stock RSI level. The price fell by 37%. So 37% from now is all the way at 40,000. Hallelujah. Didn't someone used to say that? Jesus. Sheba, hallelujah. We got 2 blue bars now, so I think we could get down there. This is the biggest moment of our lives. This is the biggest moment of our lives. God have mercy on all of us. As always, stay safe. None of this is financial advice. I appreciate the support, super chats. We should be back tomorrow. If we hit the realized price overnight, I'll still stream the next day, but that'll be the last stream. The last stream is the day we hit the yellow moving average. It could be tomorrow. It should be this week if it's going to happen. Like, there's really no more time left. Now we're at the end of August. So it should get up there. But we shall return tomorrow. Take care. And I'll see you soon.